Welcome back to Mike Morris in the Morning. Our next guest is a climate researcher from the University of California, who says she has an important message to share about the state of our environment. Please welcome Dr. Marie Goldman-Willis. Marie, let's start by saying that you definitely don't look like what I imagine when I think of a female scientist.
Thank you. I prefer to be called Dr. Goldman-Willis.
Let's talk about why you're here today. You wanted to talk about something your team has been studying for a while.
Well, as I'm sure you know, Southern California has some unique atmospheric traits: salt from the ocean, heavy smog, and low air currents. My team has been experimenting with the effects of certain airborne pollutants on our local atmosphere, and we're concerned that factories and machines that produce specific airborne chemicals might combine with the existing smog and create a heat bubble over the Los Angeles area, especially with the growing evidence of climate change in our dense urban environment.
So what you're saying is, Los Angeles may end up baking like a cherry pie if we don't clean up the air?
In a matter of speaking, yes. We have to act now if we want to prevent this from happening. There's so many things we could do right now that could change future events. I'm ready to share some ideas with you and your viewers.
Wow. Well, that's a little heavier than my fans probably want to deal with this morning. But thanks for sharing that interesting story with us, Marie. Next up, we've got a ventriloquist from San Diego who's ready to set Hollywood on fire. So stay with me, and we'll return right after these messages.
This is KNLR, the pulse of L.A., and you're soaking up the rays with Diamond Donna Phillips at the only station that brings you the hottest music on the planet. And speaking of hot, the temperature is going to be sizzling. We're looking at a high of 97 degrees. Grab your Coppertone and beach blanket. I wish I could be there with you, but someone's got to make the magic happen. Now let's tune in to downtown L.A., where our correspondent, Wendell Roberts, is at the grand opening of a new hotspot at the corner of Oak Street and Venice Boulevard. Wendell, what's going on down there?
Hi, Donna. We're here at the grand opening of the Trident Tower, a massive structure of steel and glass that is getting a lot of attention. We've got people lined up around the corner to check this place out. It's 24 stories of entertainment that's definitely going to be the new hotspot. Let's talk with this young woman who's been waiting out here a while. Excuse me, what do you think of the Trident Tower?
Oh my God. The tower is like totally bitchin'. They have everything. Dance clubs, juice bars, roller disco. I am so totally stoked to the max.
Well, there you have it. It's official. The Trident Tower is totally bitchin'. So beat the heat by coming on down to the grand opening of the Trident Tower at Oak Street and Venice Boulevard and find out what all the excitement is about. Back to you, Donna.
Thanks, Wendell. To all my listeners out there, here's a smokin' new tune by an up-and-coming synthwave duo that'll get your motor running. And remember that you heard it here first, on KNLR FM, the pulse of LA.
Live, late-breaking news from the heart of downtown Los Angeles. This is News 7 at 7.
Linda West, Carlos Carrillo, Barry Weiland with the News 7, Thunder Chopper, and Marianne Donald with the weather. This is KXNO's News 7.
Tonight's top story. The oppressive air pollution across the Los Angeles area is causing some citizens to consider staying indoors, while others are trying to live normal lives despite feeling some adverse health effects. Carlos Carrillo is live in Northridge, interviewing people about how they're coping.
I'm standing at the corner of Louis Avenue and La Saint in Northridge, and as you can see behind me, we have waves of orange-colored sooty air blowing down the street. The air feels very thick and oppressive. I've never seen anything like this, and we're here to find out how the citizens of Los Angeles are coping with it. Ma'am, how are you and your children coping with the smog and heat this summer?
Oh, it is simply terrible. I do not let my children out to play at all.
Have you noticed any of your neighbors going outside?
I do have a neighbor, and he went outside 2 days ago, but it was very strange. He was wearing sweatpants and a heavy shirt in this heat. He had a very strange look in his eyes, and he told me he was going to make friends with the trees, and then he ran into his backyard and locked the gate, and I have not seen him since.
He said he was going to make friends with the trees?
Yes, it was very odd. Now I do not let my children outside at all.
As of today, there are no further reports of strange behavior that we are aware of, but we'll keep you informed as the situation develops. Live from Northridge, this is Carlos Carrillo with News 7.
Right now, we're looking at the heat dome forming over Los Angeles, with temperatures lingering in the triple digits. Today's high temperature is expected to be 110, with a low of 90. Tomorrow and Sunday are about the same, with highs of 108 and 106, and lows around 90. To beat the heat, stay hydrated and wear loose light clothing. Also, check on your kids and pets. This is unusually hot for early July, but with a little common sense, you should be okay.
Since 1968, Apex Canadian Textiles has been the gold standard for industrial plastic goods, from packaging and insulation materials to lab equipment and vinyl flooring. Now Apex has brought their expertise and work ethic to the West Coast, where we know how to get things done. CalTex is carrying the torch in the race to manufacture goods that meet the world's needs. And we're looking for a few new runners, general laborers, foremen, and machine operators. Do you have what it takes to join the CalTex team? Visit your local employment office to find out how you can be part of our future. CalTex, we're paving the way to your success.
This Saturday morning, from the creators of Susie the Clumsy Bee, comes a gnome-tastic cartoon that will knock your socks.
This is an air pollution warning issued by your local emergency alert system for the following counties: Los Angeles, Riverside, Orange, and San Bernardino counties. A significant amount of sediment has been detected in the atmosphere and could pose a breathing hazard to people with lung conditions or asthma. Avoid going outside whenever possible. If you need to go outside, wear a face mask over your nose and mouth. These conditions are expected to end by 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on July 14th, 1980. Stay tuned to your emergency alert system for further updates. This is an extreme heat alert from your emergency alert system. Please pay attention to the following instructions. Temperatures are expected to reach highs of 105 to 110 degrees for the next several days in the following counties: Los Angeles, Riverside, Orange, and San Bernardino counties. Avoid going outside whenever possible and shelter in a cool area. Stay hydrated and bring pets inside. Check on the elderly and vulnerable. This heat advisory is expected to end at 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on July 28, 1980.
We've been receiving reports from across the city about an apparent doomsday cult that has been seen marching and speaking about the end times. Sources say that this cult, which calls itself the Brethren of the Holy Militia, believes the world is ending soon, and they have been sent here to save people's souls before it happens. Law enforcement is advising everyone to avoid interacting with anyone claiming to be from this group, and if you see suspicious behavior, call 911 immediately.
This meeting of the City of Los Angeles Department of Public Safety has been called to order. Please note that the date is July 10th, 1980, and the time is 10:30 a.m.
Our first order of business is to address the rolling brownouts across the city. We've had numerous complaints about electricity diminishing and even cutting out altogether. Since the heat wave has started, we've never experienced anything of this severity, and everyone is running their air conditioners and fans 24 hours a day to stay alive. We have to tap into outside sources fast. Nevada has offered us the chance to connect to their grid, and I think we should review their offer immediately.
We should first consider how long we think this heat wave may last. You know, it doesn't make much sense to sign a contract with another state to bring in electricity if things cool down in a couple of weeks.
But do we expect that to happen? We need to think about the long-term effects on the city as a whole.
I have a solution that may be a bit unorthodox. Have we considered possibly routing some power from some areas of the city to support others? Whether we like it or not, we need to think about who financially supports Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Malibu. If they were happy, they continue to invest in our infrastructure. We have to think about the money. It's
that's a crass statement to make, let alone even consider. Are you saying we should let the poorest areas of the city suffer without electricity during a heat wave?
They wouldn't be without electricity all the time. Hell, a lot of the richest people are on vacation this time of year and won't even be home, but we have to follow the money. We have to look at the big picture. Besides, this heat wave will be over in a week or two and everything will return to normal. They don't have any means to complain anyway. By the time they realize what's going on, it will all be over.
All those in favor of rerouting electricity to the areas of Los Angeles that generate the most tax dollars, please raise your hands. It has been decided. Please note that the Los Angeles Department of Power will be instructed to direct full electricity to these locations, to be determined at a later meeting. Our next order of business is to address the upcoming outdoor concert, Summer Blowout, at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. This event is expected to generate approximately $3 million for our city, but will also be an additional strain on the power grid. Our goal is to determine whether this event should be allowed to proceed.
I don't think the concept of money and power should even play into this. We're facing a serious heat wave, and we're also seeing a lot of orange haze in the air. It's really weird. This is not normal smog. It's a different kind of air pollution, and it can't be healthy. Should we promote an outdoor event that could cause a serious health risk for its attendees?
The air pollution is sand and sediment from the north. This has already been established. We've had this happen before. As for the heat, let people be adults and make their own decisions. We can't shut down everything just because a few people might get sweaty. I propose that we let it happen. It will entertain a lot of folks and bring in tourism dollars.
All those in favor, raise your hands. It's decided. Summer Blowout will be allowed to move forward and will be held on July 26, 1980 at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum.
It's 8 a.m. sharp, and you're tuned in to KNLR, the pulse of L.A. It's a hot one out there again, folks. A real sizzler. It's currently 92 degrees, and we're looking at a high of 112. Tonight's low will be... I don't know if you want to hear it, but here it is. The low is going to be around 90. That's at night. No sun. You'll be sweating to some sweet synth tunes when you're with me, Donna Phillips, here at KNLR. And speaking of sweet tunes, I've got 4 tickets to the summer blowout at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, July 26th. Molly Hatchet, Journey, Cheap Trick, Black Sabbath, and a whole lot of other sweet acts will be gearing up, and I guarantee you're going to forget all about the heat. Once these guys are in town, call me at 1795657. The 26th caller is going to score these tickets. Now, back to the music. Here's a real banger from August Singularity that's taken over the airwaves. We're reporting live from the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, where emergency crews are en route to treat attendees of the Summer Blowout concert. We have been advised that ambulances and paramedics are on the scene. Barry Weiland is flying over the Coliseum right now. Barry, what do you see?
I'm looking down on the Coliseum now, and it looks real bad. And I'm not seeing much movement except for the paramedics. There's a lot of people lying around, and the smog is so thick that I can't see much else. I don't think I can safely get much closer. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Carlos.
I am standing in front of the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum, where I'm witnessing mass chaos. Paramedics and firemen are rushing into the Coliseum to treat concert goers suffering from heat stroke and dehydration. The temperature is hovering around 115 degrees. And as you can see, the air is sticky and hazy, which is making everything miserable for everyone. I am seeing many people laid out on stretchers with cold compresses and water, and the paramedics are trying to treat many people at once.
This is an incredibly dire scene, and if you plan to go to the summer blowout, please reconsider. It is dangerously hot and crowded. Reporting live for News 7, this is Carlos Carrillo.
Honey, I have the giant cheeseburger for Carrie's party. I hope it's cheesy enough.
This is an extreme heat alert from your emergency alert system. Please pay attention to the following instructions. Temperatures are expected to reach highs of around 115 degrees with a heat index of 125 degrees in the following counties: Los Angeles, Riverside, Orange, Kern, San Bernardino, Ventura, and Santa Barbara counties. This is a highly dangerous situation and should be taken seriously, as your life may be in danger. Avoid going outside and shelter in a cool area. Stay hydrated and bring pets inside. Check on the elderly and vulnerable. This heat advisory is expected to end at unknown. This is not a test.
If you've ever held on to the handle of a power tool, if you've ever taught your child to ride a bike, if you've ever measured something with a ruler or tape measure, then your life has been enhanced by the world of industrial plastics. CalTex makes that happen. CalTex has been in the business of making the world more powerful and industrious since 1968, and we just keep getting better and better at it. If your company is in the market to make things better, stronger, and faster, give CalTex a call. CalTex, we're paving the way to your success.
You're listening to Donna Phillips on KNLR FM, the pulse of L.A. There's not much to talk about except the obvious. We're all just trying to stay alive during this heat wave. I'm going to be real with you guys. My dad worked in the oil industry, and we lived in a lot of hot places growing up, but I've never experienced anything like this. We need to stick together if we're going to make it. I've opened the phone lines. I want to hear how you're doing out there, and we'll see if we can help you out. Call us at 179-5657. I'm ready to hear from you.
We have a call on line 1.
Thanks, Bob. You're on the air with Donna Phillips. What's your name?
Hey, Donna, this is Jason. Listen, I gotta tell everyone out there something that's going on in my neighborhood. There ain't no electricity. We got nothing. It might run real early in the morning for like an hour or two, but it's real weak and it can't power nothing. And then come noontime, there ain't no power at all. We're dying out here, Donna. I mean it for real. We're all sweating and about to die. I can't run my fan. I can't run anything. And my neighbors, they all say the same thing. When's the city gonna help us out?
I'm sorry to hear that, Jason. If you haven't tried calling the LA Department of Water and Power, I'll definitely try doing that first. It might be an easy fix. Their number is 342-5397. In the meantime, try to stay in the shade and drink plenty of water. Let's take our next call. Hi, you're on the air with Donna Phillips. Who am I speaking with?
Donna, I'm so glad you answered. I wanted to report that I saw something very strange last night. You see, I was sitting on my porch trying to stay cool because it's so terribly hot even in the nighttime. And then a big white van pulled up in front of my neighbor's home. Then 2 people in white bodysuits came out and went into my neighbor's home. I thought perhaps it was an ambulance, but couldn't be sure. They didn't have the red light on the roof. They were inside for an awfully long time. And when they came back out, they were carrying a black bag. And Donna, it was shaped like a person, I think. My neighbor was inside the bag. I'm scared. I don't know what to think. My children live in New York. They're too far away to help me. I don't know what to do, Donna.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry to hear that. It does sound, really scary. If you haven't called your kids, do it. Do it right now. Ask them to come to LA and bring you back to New York. It's got to be better there than it is right here. And if you can't reach your kids, There's cooling units all over town for you to sit in. I've been told they'll let you sit in one as long as you want. But you know what? I bet you didn't see what you think you saw. I don't know what it was, but I bet your neighbor is safe and sound. Now let's take another call.
Have you reached out to FEMA about the need for the mobile coolers and other supplies?
Yes. We spoke with their reps this morning. They're packing up the supplies now.
Good. You know the news is going to be all over this, so we need to get our story straight. We have to put a positive spin on the coolers. Tell them we got them for the homeless and low-income residents and stick to that story. Don't waver from it for 1 second, and don't tell them where the coolers will be.
Understood.
If word gets out that we are stuffing them with dead bodies instead of live ones, it will cause mass panic. And we've already got enough chaos to deal with.
Did you hear about the emergency meeting between the DPS and Power? About the brownouts? Our grid can't support everyone running their air conditioners 24/7, and now they have to decide who gets the juice. And you know who's going to get it, right?
East LA is going to be a war zone within days. And I don't plan to be here when it happens.
In light of the ongoing heat wave and intense air pollution, Governor Brown has declared a state of emergency in Southern California and has reached out to President Carter for assistance. In response, FEMA is installing cooling units in the parking lots of high schools, grocery stores, and other areas for anyone who is trying to beat the heat. So, if you're in need of assistance, look for a cooling unit in your area.
Tribe is a primarily agrarian civilization with rituals and customs that bind closely to beliefs of birth, death, and renewal.
You're tuned into KNLR, the pulse of LA, and I'm hearing rumors that the brownouts have extended to other areas of the city as well. Right now we've got the AC running non-stop, but we don't have much juice. It's a tenuous situation here, folks. It's not looking pretty, but we're keeping our chins up and the tunes blasting.
Call on line 1. You need to hear this one.
Hi, you're on the air with Donna. What's going on?
Hey, this is Rick Sutherland. My kids and I were watching this culture documentary just now, and right in the middle of it, it switched to this creepy, weird message about people coming to get us. It scared the hell out of my kids. Does this have to do with that cult that's walking around downtown?
Hi, Rick. Good to hear from you. I gotta be honest. I haven't heard about that yet, but we'll probably get a lot more calls. It was probably just a prank pulled by some sick, bored people, but you can never be too careful. Thanks for calling. Hi, you're on the air with Donna Phillips. Who is this?
What is going on? I'm scared. I'm really scared. It's so hot. We can't leave our homes because of this orange smog, and we don't have air conditioning, and we don't have any relief. I feel like I'm about to do something desperate. I can't escape and I can't live with it. I'm seeing these white vans everywhere. They keep going into houses and then leaving houses, and then I see people in robes walking around chanting. Are we going to die? Is the city going to leave us here to die?
Okay, you have to calm down and breathe. Just focus on my voice. We thought people were going to help, but it's not happening. So we have to do something, but we aren't going to have any help anytime soon.
Donna, you can't say that kind of stuff on the air.
What does it matter? Nobody's going to help us. Nobody's going to help any of us. What was that? Bob, what was that?
I think the AC went out. The lights are dimming back here. You have to calm down, Donna. Just calm down. Play some music, Donna.
Thanks for calling the News 7 hotline. If you've got a story you'd like us to investigate, someone you'd like us to interview, or you just want to tell us how you feel, please leave a message at the beep. Thanks.
I'm calling because I got a complaint about your news station. You have all this footage of people passing out in public, getting everyone all riled up, and I can't understand a damn word that Mexican man says. If he's going to be in our country, he needs to talk like an American. I want to see more uplifting stories about our country, something for young people to be proud of, and talk like Americans so we can understand you.
Hi. Hi. I have some information that I need to share with someone. I'm sorry, I don't know if I should be doing this. I work at the Board of Environmental Safety. I'm a secretary, and we're receiving checks from that company that owns CalTex, the Canadian textiles company. They're not for supplies or anything like that. They're made out to members of the board. I don't know what to do. Everyone in the board left for vacation a few weeks ago, and I can't get a hold of any of them. They left for Oregon, Washington. One of them went to Germany. They left when it started getting really hot and the air turned orange. I saw your broadcast about the air pollution, and I started to wonder. I can't prove anything. When I first noticed that the checks coming in, I copied what I could, but then the copier jammed, and now the files are gone. I came back the next day, and the drawers were empty. Even the mail logs are gone. I think I need to do something.
Let Amore help you embrace the romantic side of life. Once you've tried Amore, you will never go back. It can change your life. And
Civil danger warning. Riots and lootings are occurring in the following communities: Boyle Heights, El Sereno, Lincoln Park, Watts, Central Los Angeles, East Hollywood, and Wilmington. This is a violent and dangerous situation. Many participants have been seen with firearms and other weapons and should not be approached. Shelter in place immediately. If you see violence in your area, call 911 for assistance. Do not take part in the riots and do not engage with the rioters. Law enforcement has been dispatched, and you will receive further instructions later.
We are live at 1st and Soto Avenue in East LA, and there's rioting and looting all around us. This is absolute chaos. People are smashing windows. I'm seeing people carrying guns and crowbars. We're trying to get a little closer to the action, but you can see that we're being pushed around in all the chaos.
You've got those cult guys coming around the corner.
We're now seeing some people dressed in robes. We believe this may be the cult that calls themselves the Brethren of the Holy Militia. They are standing and watching.
Holy shit!
We have to be very careful where we go. There's people running everywhere.
Hey Carlos, I'm going over here.
Don't go in, Barry.
I'm getting a little closer.
No!
Linda, get off the stage now!
We're turning off the music for now, everyone. We have a major situation going on. From what we can see up here, there's fires breaking out all across the city, and I see miles of cars choking up the freeway. There's heavy traffic heading east on Interstates 10 and 2, 10, and north on Interstate 5. Your best chance of getting out is going south on Interstate 5. If you aren't leaving now, you're too late. Get out now. The fires are spreading everywhere.
Donna, the fire's creeping up the hill towards the station.
I don't care. We have the best vantage point. We can see what's going on down there and tell people where to go.
The fire department's here. We have to get out now.
If you're listening, you have to stay calm. But just get in your car and go. Don't worry about packing your stuff. It's chaos in LA. Everything is falling apart. Just get in your car and get on Interstate 5.
You have to evacuate now. Get out. The building is on fire.
The state of California has agreed to settle out of court with citizens of various counties in Southern California who were affected by heat stroke, chemical inhalation, violence, displacement, and personal loss during the events of the summer of 1980. Sources say members of the Board of Environmental Safety had received bribes from the Canadian Textiles Corporation in exchange for falsifying air pollution test results and overlooking safety infractions at the CalTex industrial plastics plant. Additionally, an undisclosed sum has been set aside to fund clean industries and scholarships that support environmental studies.